The people of the world, carnal, they live in the flesh, they hate on God's chosen, they hate your spirit. Once you come around, you don't fit in on work, in school, around people, in a group. They're envious, they're jealous of your spirit, who you are, how you look. And they're fake in groups. Like they sit there on a table, they pretend, they ask you a question. And when you start to talk, when you are yourself, when you're happy, you can sense their demons. They ask you like, where are you from? What's your name? And then, oh, I'm from there. And then you start to talk about yourself, and you start to talk, you go in, you get in the mode. They say something, and then they ignore you on purpose. Or maybe they don't think about it. They can't stand, they can't connect with your energy because it's too high. Then you need to slow yourself down, or you just sit there and be stupid and act on. Sometimes we don't need to talk. We can sit there and don't say nothing. But it feels weird being around people you can't connect with, you can't talk with. And then they start to talk to each other. Blah 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 blah. And all you hear is blah 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 blah. The worldly people. They don't have the spirit. They don't have the energy. So then you say, oh, I'm from there, I'm do this, blah blah blah. And then they want to make you jealous. They are jealous. We can sense they are jealous. And you start to feel weird. You get some strange vibes. When you look in their eyes or talk to them. Because they can't connect with you. They can't stand your level. They are not on your frequency. So the worldly people, they hate everywhere we go. When we shine, when we feel good, when we smile, when we are happy, when we take place, we do our thing. I go in, hey, hello, how are you? And all eyes on me. They get envious, they get jealous of how you are as a person, how nice you are, how happy you are, what you have. What you do, how blessed you are. Because these people, they only blah, 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 blah. What do they even talk about? It's better just shut up and be by yourself, or don't say nothing. I can talk like that to myself. And they're so fake. They sit there and they are not real. They pretend. They pretend to listen. They pretend to like each other and to like what the other person has to say. But in fact, they just talk, but they don't listen to the other person. They don't have heart, soul, really. And when I come in with the truth, with the realness. They say one word, and I think, we think like 3 different words. We can explain it in so many ways. We think outside the box. These people, they are like bots. They don't see the whole picture, you know what I mean? They don't see. They don't understand everything. So when they ask you something, when they talk with you, and you are real, you are yourself, you're happy, you just receive hate. Weird vibes.
In 300 meters, turn left toward Anos Phonesia Circumferential Road.
Out of nowhere. And they can't stand your light, they can't stand your shine, they can't stand the truth. Your energy, when you feel good, hey, blah, 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 blah. When you talk, they can't come up to that frequency. So they get weird as fuck. They're low frequency, they are low vibes. They don't have the energy we have, for real. They don't have good energy, they have bad energy. And when we have a lot of energy, they feel bad. Or they feel good when we have low energy. You feel drained when you talk to them, when you are around them, because they drain energy. Energy drainers. They don't give energy. So when I get in a big group, maybe I start to talk, I start to do my thing. Many people, they watch, they get envious, their eyes start to look like zombies. You see the demons in them. Or you sit on a table and you start to talk. And they just talk to one person, but we can see everyone like in the group. When we talk and we see everything, we sense everything. But they talk like, so what do you do? Where do you travel? Like we already know what they're gonna say. What do you do? What do you work with? How are you? Blah blah blah. It's better don't to say nothing. Why do I gonna sit there and talk blah 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 about this, about that, about where I've been, about this, about that? Like they don't even care. If we are real, they start to hate. They hate every way you go. They hate your spirit, they hate your energy, they hate the way you act and the way you do things and how blessed you are, and when you talk about things and when you talk about this and when you talk about that. Because we talk about it out of the world, we talk about it in our way. They can't stand the energy we possess. The energy makes them mad. They go insane, like this. They want to project over their feelings. You have to just smile and do your thing and be you. Be free. You don't need to talk to those haters. Ignore them. Just be you. Be by yourself. I can sit by myself. I can eat by myself. I don't need to talk, to pretend and to be someone I'm not. But you come in the presence of them and you feel weird. You feel anxiety, depression. You start to feel envious, jealousy. You feel the energy ain't right. Ain't right. It ain't from me. Something strange, and then the devil starts to work in them. But you have to just ignore and smile and just pretend. Yeah, you don't need to say everything you know. You don't need to say or question or talk with worldly people, because when you start to talk, they compare themselves to you and they think like, oh, you're better. He thinks he's smarter than us. And they start to like debate things. They want to debate about things or communicate, and they debate about things, they talk about things, but it doesn't mean nothing. Do you remember what you talked about yesterday with them? Blah 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 blah. I don't remember. I just can hear blah 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 sometimes. And when you're quiet, they start to talk more. And what they say is nothing. You don't learn anything from it. You learn more by being quiet and listening sometimes. Because I can just be quiet and listen. Yeah. Say yes, or just do it like this. Or I can talk, but when I begin to talk, when I do my thing, you better keep up with the frequency. Because then we talk real shit. Then we have fun. But no, man, I have fun. I can have fun by myself. You can't have fun with me. You have fun. You're like this. What's wrong with you? Why do you have so much energy? Blah, 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 blah. But they can't have fun. They can't express themselves. You know what I mean? These worldly people, they hate on the chosen because you're great. Because you have fun. Because you are pure. Because you are yourself. Because you are open. The way you are, the way you talk, the way you do things. And then you sit there and blah, 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 blah. And everybody starts to hate. That's how they are. They hate our shine. They hate everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, we have haters. But we just need to ignore them and just be ourselves and do our thing. So fuck them. Why be around them? Why spend our energy? Why talk to them? No, man. Don't talk to them. Don't be around them. Don't eat with them. Don't have conversations with people like that. I want to have conversations with people I can learn something, who I can have fun with, who I can elevate with, who we can do things. But they are just so envious. They're envious, they're jealous of how you look, how you talk, how you are, what you got, how you feel, and the way you are. The that you are a certain way. Not like them, different. They can't control. You go to work, you go to school, the teachers want to control you and say, oh, you need to do it like this, you need to do it like that. Who are you to tell me to do like this, to do it like that? And we question things, we think about things. And they are like zombies, but oh, I did this yesterday, I was here, I bought that. I can't keep it low, I can't keep it in the middle. Sometimes low or high. What did you do today? Ooh, what did I do? It's a story. It's a lot. I did this. And then they can't handle it. They're afraid. Jealous, angry, I don't know. The energy shifts. Totally. When I am myself. When I do my thing. And you scare these demons. They get angry. They get mad. I'm like, what's wrong with these people? Is it wrong with me? No, it's not wrong with me. It was wrong with those people. They're so boring. It's just a waste of time to be around worldly people. Blah, 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 blah. Listen to them. And all they say is blah, 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 you hear. Then they talk so much you don't hear even what they talk about. When you feel bad, when you feel drained, you're around energy vampires. They drain energy, they don't give energy. So don't give them your energy. Around worldly people, they hate, they're envious of your gift, of your shine, of how you talk, of how you behave, your body, how you train. Everything. That you are blessed, to stay blessed. Chosen ones. You never fit in society with worldly people. And talk with them. Because when you talk with them, and when you are true, you are real, you can't stand your energy. They get irritated. Some people, you will irritate their spirit. No matter what you do, they don't gotta like you. They don't like themselves. They don't like someone who can see, who can put them in their place, who can't be controlled, who are free, who are themselves, who are not like the world, who are not like them, who don't fit in, who don't pretend, who are fake. Because they pretend used to be one in the gang. Or say yes, yes, yes. And we go in and we say no, or yes. Or say this is how it is. And some of them, they don't like to be taught. They don't like to hear the right thing. They don't feel good. And when you feel much better than them, you're just being you and they're not being themselves. You will sense something ain't right here. And everybody in the room turn against you. The chosen one, they turn against you. Blah, 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 blah. They start to talk to each other. First they ask you something and then you respond them. And then they start to talk to each other, everyone, blah 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 blah, or the one next to you, blah 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 blah, and then they wanna ignore you. They start to ignore you. They can't talk to you from a good, pure hello, how are you? They can't. But when we talk to people, we're free. I go talk to people on the street. Hey, how are you? Hey, talk to people. You know, they just stay to themselves. They're not free, they're not open. I talk to everyone. I go around by myself, talk to him, her, everyone. Like this, I wave. Hey! I wave to him, I wave to him. The people smile and I spread good energy and they feel good, you know? People like that. People from the street, people who've been through a lot, people who are real, people who are human. Not blah blah blah. Monitoring spirit, gang stalkers, gaslighters, weirdos, NPCs, bots. You start to do like this to them, and they will get confused. Yeah, go cry. I don't give a fuck. Me, myself, and I on my bike, doing my thing, living my life, being free. Fuck these haters, man. Haters everywhere we go. Mad, jealous, envious. What's wrong with people, man? People can't have a normal conversation. Everybody's narcissistic. What's wrong with you? You can't say like that. Try to pretend that shit, man. Sit there and eat. Eat, enjoy the food. Let's talk about real shit. Where have you been? What do you do? What do I do? It's a story. I can write the book on what I do, on the things I've been through. I can't explain it in one way. Communicate, blah 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 blah. It's better to don't say nothing than to talk shit. Because these people, they sit there and talk shit and get drunk and blah blah blah, and then the devil, then the demon starts to jump in them. But don't get over on me. No, take care of them. Take care of them. Here, you don't get in. And they get mad because they can't get in. They can't disturb our peace. So if Satan can't get to us, he will get to them. And then you just look at them, then you listen, or then you just stay by yourself and you will see he starts to work. And they become weird. They become weird. The people of the world, because they are of the world, they're not of God. When you start to talk about God, Jesus, or deeper things, they're not there. They don't listen, they don't hear. You start to feel weird. Like something ain't right. You better trust that feeling. Because when you are too real, you will expose them. Oh. They will get angry, mad, jealous, irritated. You will disturb their demons. Oh. But let them be mad, let them be angry. Don't feel bad. Feel good. Shine. Don't be bad and envious in a narcissistic way. Just feel good, smile, and be yourself. Be free. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to be nothing. You don't need to fit in. You don't need to do nothing. You can do whatever you want. And they don't like that. They don't like that we are the kings. Because everywhere we go,